Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to a special Monday night edition. I'm getting an echo, Dal, from you. I'm getting an echo, Dal. I'm getting an echo. We're starting off. There we go. Okay. A special Monday night edition, a special echoey Monday night edition of the American Idiot Show. No.
Good.
No. We're good. We're good. Yes, Dal. Yeah, see, and look, this is why we just got done. Me and Dal, we're tired. The Monday shift is over, but we're here to make up for the fact that I was out of town on Friday, and to get another episode out to you guys. So again, smash the likes up. Make sure that you're commenting, sharing, subscribing to the stream. We will get to your questions. We will get to your comments. The comments are already blown up. You guys are fucking hilarious. Jaminho's already cracking me up here. So guys, again, banner along with us. We're gonna go for about an hour. But Dal, how are you doing, my guy?
I'm doing great. It's summertime in the city. It's going to be beautiful this week in Oregon. And I know lots to talk about. I've got some concerns about the MLS. I see my man Capo in here. Put you guys' questions in. I see AJ, I see Jaminho. Shout out everyone. Did I miss anyone? I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, and Connor.
Yep, I don't think so. We're gonna go for an hour. But Capo, if you're available, I'll shoot you the link, my guy. If you're out there, well, I would love to get his feedback on these fucking awful United States men's national team players and coach. As you can see, you guys can check out my new subtitle. This is going for the summer, people. This is for the summer. We want Greg Berhalter out as much as we want Arteta, maybe even more than we want Arteta out, because at least Arteta can win shit.
Yeah.
Win games, not win trophies, but win games. But Berhalter wins trophies against mediocre CONCACAF teams. So that's good.
Yeah, we struggle against Rapid Vienna.
Yeah, we struggle against Rapid Vienna, but we also struggle against fucking Colombia. We got absolutely turned over, touched, sorted by freaking Pablo Escobar FC, bro. We got pummeled.
Let's not go back that far to that nasty.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
Berhalter is out of his depth. I can look it up right now. Let's see. He's 5-7-6, so he's 18 games deep. 5 wins, 7 draws, and 6 losses, I believe, is what that is. Or that's 5 wins, 7 losses, 6 draws. Whatever the case may be, he's absolute shit, and he needs to go. Why did we not get Jose Mourinho before he went to Fenerbahce?
Why didn't we get Jesse Marsch when he was available?
Oh, now, come on. Mourinho's level over Jesse Marsch.
Well, I know, but this is what. No, but here's the thing: this is what I'm saying, Dal. Is we are totally fine with settling for just okay. Okay,
yeah.
He should have been fired after that whole mix up he had with fucking what's his face. Why am I forgetting his name now? I'm totally blanking. Dortmund. What? No, not Bradley. What was his? He had the mix up with his fucking parents at the World Cup. Why am I blanking on this now? I should. No, it's not Pulisic. It's the guy who plays on the right for Dortmund. He used to play for Dortmund. Help me out, chat. Help me out right now. Why am I forgetting this guy's name? I'm losing it. Big up AJ. Gio Reyna. That's right. Gio Reyna. Yeah, the fact that this guy put this out into the media that Gio Reyna was having issues is absolutely insane to me. And he put locker room beef out into the media in the middle of a World Cup competition.
Yeah,
absolutely embarrassing. And the fact that they let him back in then tells you all you need to know about the clowns that are running this national team.
Yeah, and I see a shout out for Jesse Marsch. I mean, he did draw with France.
Yes.
I mean, that's something. So people are going to look back on that game and say, how did he do it? And, how did Jesse Marsch do that? And he could probably give us a tactical play-by-play of what he did. I mean, granted, he had all 10 men in the box. But, it was a low block. They basically were all just, they were pressed for a good 87 minutes. But the thing is that they didn't lose, right? Obviously, Berhalter, we would get. I mean, I guess against France, I don't even want to think about it. But 8-0. I mean, and they didn't even. And Deschamps didn't even start. Mbappe. So I don't know, and I'm not as I'm not too concerned. I know you're more of a fan of U.S. soccer than I am, and I've kind of been through the whole Kobe Jones era, and
Yeah.
the guys when they had the Jerry curls in the 90 and 91s. I don't remember their names, Bubba Cola or something. The dude had a mustache.
Yeah.
He was like the talk of the town, right, for a while. But the thing is that I think we've talked to this on this topic before on previous shows, is that in America, once kids hit about 12, they're done with soccer.
Yeah.
A lot of kids move on to baseball, basketball, American football, primarily because soccer in America is still viewed as moms take their kids to run around and kick a ball. And that's the ethos of the game in America. That's trying to be broken, right? And I think even when David Beckham came into the league, that was a big milestone for the MLS and so forth. Then you see players like Steven Gerrard come in, Frank Lampard, Robbie Keane. I mean, the list goes on and on.
Thierry Henry, New York Red Bulls. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Prime example. Who, you start to think like, damn, we may have let him go too early to Barcelona. Right. I mean, there's you start to kind of scratch your head. Like, how many more goals could he really scored at Arsenal if he would have stayed for another 3 seasons?
Well, you saw what you needed to see when we got him back. When we got him back on loan, he scored against Leeds.
He did.
I mean, and that was an incredible goal, incredible moment. We all go back to that. But I mean, here's another stat, and I don't want to hang on to the United States for too long because, we're going to do a watch along on this channel for the United States versus Brazil, the absolute pounding that we're probably going to take. I can't wait to watch a Greg Berhalter fielded team against the likes of Vinny Jr., fucking right. Rodrigo. Who is he going to start? Allison or Ederson against Flo Balogun, who has been laying absolute eggs. Like he got the assist against the assist in our 1 goal against Colombia, but that's fucking it. Like he's not been it for us.
No, you start to think like, well, maybe Arsenal, maybe we dodged a bullet with Balogun, right?
Dude, yeah, he didn't do well in France this season either.
No, and so, if we would have kept Balogun and not Eddie, would we have different results? Would the table would have been different? We'd have won more games. Would have even played Balogun? Yep. And I'm not going to get into that discussion, right? That's going down a rabbit hole. But the thing is that the USA team is not good. They're just not good, and they've never really been good. Remember when we played Belgium? I think it was 2014 World Cup, right?
Yep.
Right? And so I believe Tim Howard had 16 saves. He misses half of those. Belgium wins 8-0.
Yep. They were calling him. I remember that day because they were calling him the game. Remember on Wikipedia they changed his title from goaltender to Secretary of Defense for the United States.
Did they really?
Yeah.
That's funny. I never knew that.
I remember that happening. I was just like,
buddies over to like a bar pub, and we all sat upstairs and watched the game, thinking it was going to be over at 1 o'clock. Of course, it went to overtime, and then into penalties and all that. Right? From what I remember, it was like a long overtime. Did they do double overtime in the World Cup?
I don't know. I think they did 2 extra time. They did 2 extra times in PKs. We fucking lost.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was no, we drew that game because I think it was the last of the group stage game, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
But yeah, we took it to them, but yeah, I remember us. We exited out of there. We exited out of there, but this is all I'm sharing this because this is all you need to know. Right? We talk about standards on this channel. We talk about wanting our teams to win. 7.1 win percentage against top 20 teams, excluding Mexico, is absolutely fucking pathetic.
Fireable.
Absolutely pathetic. I mean, and we go out there and we do the Macarena anytime we go up against the German B team and beat them, and that's where this 7.1 win percentage comes from. Is that one time, and you can't exclude Mexico because they're shit right now. They're awful. They're absolutely. They are in a rebuild. They are in, and Strasburg Steve can go on an absolute rant about this, but Mexico is probably third behind Canada and the United States right now. So even putting Mexico in that realm right now is not exactly great. They have old boy from West Ham, the number 6 from West Ham, freaking captaining that side, Alvarez. So like if that's your captain, while Canada has the likes of Alfonso Davies and some good league talent in there, but it's one of those things where I'm look, we're the best team in CONCACAF. CONCACAF is one of the worst football conferences in the fucking or federations in the fucking world. So when we go up against Copa America, the Pseudo Americana, the South American teams, we're gonna get slaughtered, and it starts on Wednesday. And I'm afraid that when I go to Arrowhead Stadium here on July 1st, I get to go watch them play against Valverde and all these Uruguayan ballers, freaking Darwin Noodles, and we're just gonna get absolutely slapped. I'm truly afraid of that.
Sure. So I see what you're saying. So we've got the Colombian game. Obviously, we got tonked, and then we got Brazil coming up, and do we have Argentina somewhere in there?
No, I think so. So let me pull up the schedule while I have this here. Hold on, my mouse is acting absolutely ridiculous.
Firmino loves U.S. football.
Yeah, I know, and he's absolutely wasting his own team in the comments right now.
Yeah. Hey, he should beat Scotland. I don't think America could beat Scotland.
I don't think we could beat Ireland.
No way. I don't think we could beat Ireland either.
Like, I'm dead serious about that.
Who's the guy? Shane Ferguson, the guy from Brighton.
Yep. I am dead serious when I say that. By the way, I'm dead serious. I don't think we could beat. I don't think we could beat Scotland. I don't think not with this manager. We have. See, here's the thing that's so frustrating about it. We have the talent to do some damage.
Really? Really?
Okay. Really? We have the talent to beat like Scotland and Ireland.
Really? Scotland? I don't think I think Scotland would wipe the floor with them. The US team, to be honest. I'm not so sure about Ireland, but I think Scotland. I don't know. I think both of them. I think Berhalter is that bad, bro. It's not even like I'm saying the players are that bad. I don't think they're that good, but they're not terrible in the national team, right? They're there for a reason. Pulisic is okay. I go through that list and I see Winston McKinney, and then you go through Scotland and you see some, more players that I can't think of any off my head right now, but.
I mean, the only people that I know on their back line, I mean, you're talking about like fucking Scott McTominay. You're talking about Tierney.
But he's
talking about Andy Robertson.
And he's good.
He's good. I mean, defensively, they're good. I mean,
the better midfield. I mean, you put all the American midfielders together. The Scottish McTominay's going to rise to the top. We could do a FIFA simulation of USA versus Scotland.
I think we would win. But I just don't rate. See, we're talking about Ireland and Scotland. But if you're talking about just think about when we have to freaking host all of these teams in 2026, and we have Greg Berhalter as the fucking manager.
He's gonna get fired, dude.
He needs to go, man. He needs to go. 7.1 win percentage.
But they're gonna go around in a merry-go-round, and they're gonna find Steve Arena's gonna fit in temporarily, and then they're gonna bring in maybe Jesse Marsh. And then he's going to have his failures, and it's going to go around and round of the same 5 or 6 names. That's why I'm just cut the crap, go get Mourinho, which obviously that's too late now. Go get a year. If you want to compete with the best, you got to go get one of the best coaches available. And they missed out. I know Mourinho, people are like, what the hell? But I mean, let's be honest. He would be a good fit for the American team. He would get something out of, I think, the senior players. He would command respect the moment he gets off the plane. I mean, I know he's a Fenerbahce now, but it's just they don't think outside the box. So you start to think that whoever's running the program for the men's team just doesn't know. It was just like Edu doesn't know the European market. But the thing is that if you want to compete, you've got to find the right manager to compete. And going on the same merry-go-round of American manager. I mean, I get it, but we don't need an American manager. We don't. There's no real need for that, right? So, they can take some drastic measures and find somebody, who's free. Xavi. He just got let go from Barcelona. I mean, I know that sounds crazy, but I'm just thinking trying to find a world beater. There's no way Xavi's coming to the U.S. team. So
no, exactly. I mean, well, and you bring up an interesting point about Mourinho. Like if you get a coach like Mourinho, I'm not even saying Mourinho. I'm saying somebody like him that can actually set a fucking team up to not concede goals like we conceded goals against Colombia. Colombia.
Bro, I know, but they're fast, skillful players.
I know. I'm getting that, but if we're trying to be like what's our world ranking right now in the world in FIFA? We're probably like what 13th, something like that. I gotta look that up because we're top ranked in CONCACAF right now, which I don't understand that after the freaking display we just put on. Let me look that up. FIFA world ranking.
Brazil might be the final nail in his coffin, which would be ruthless because it's not like any manager could get a tick out of the USA team versus Brazil.
11. That is absolutely ridiculous to me.
See, I think that's about right.
Dude, no,
okay. That's high.
Okay, tell me. Yeah, no, that's
countries underneath there, bro, and we can almost find some top class footballers from those countries that are ranked, lower than America.
Yeah. All right. So actually, I'm going to share this screen now too. Let me share this tab.
Yeah, and the Warrior hit it right on the money. I read the other day just before the game. They were on a 22-game unbeaten streak. They're good, dude. They got good, solid players. Here we go.
They do have good, solid players, but look, man, I could have taken a 3-2 or a 3-1. Let's not get embarrassed. 5-1.
Once it's 3-0, it's be over. Yeah, I mean, and then they smell blood, and that's it. I mean. Yep. And the American legs are tired. The Colombian guys, the South American players, as we all know, they can run. They can run. Some of them have extreme skill on the ball. Some of them don't. Some of their strength is passing. Some of it's just tackling. Some of it is, you get a couple of good wide players that can hit cross the ball. It's murder to the U.S. because our defense is fucking dog shit. And I don't care what anybody says about that. But we're even ranked higher than Colombia.
So here's what's crazy.
That's bizarre to me.
This is crazy. This is crazy to me. Okay, this is crazy.
Even
teams that we do not deserve to be ranked above: Uruguay, Germany.
Sure. I mean, are you kidding me?
Sweden. Oh fuck! You can even make a case. You can even make a case for fucking Ukraine
and Japan.
Japan is
some ballers now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Korea. I don't know where that Nigeria. Give me a break. Nigerian players would smoke us, bro. I mean, they would wrap us.
Nigeria. Did Nigeria lose? Hold on. Did Nigeria lose today? Hold on. I was making fun of them because they were losing. They were losing. They lost to Benin today. I didn't even know that was a country. I've never heard of that country before.
Maybe they need a new manager. But I mean, like I said, you can look at the Prem and you can filter Nigerian players, and there'll be a list of 10 names that are class players. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's the thing. You look at a list of 10 American players, it's like, they're okay in the Prem. Oh, that guy's okay in the Bundesliga. I guess he's okay in Italy. Like Mr. McKinney is not the best player in Juventus. Is he even there anymore? He's still at Juve, as far as I remember.
Yeah, he's at Juve. He was at Leeds until they got relegated, and then they sent him back.
Juve are looking at Douglas Luiz in exchange for cash and Mr. McKinney.
Yeah, they're gonna fleece him if they send McKinney the other way.
Yeah, so shit. Juve are smart. Yeah. I mean, you look at this. This is preposterous, bro. There's no way that Germany is lower ranked than America. I mean, you've got to be kidding me.
If we went up against if we went up against Nagelsmann's Germany, we would get fucking pounded.
Oh yeah.
Even with King Kai up front.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Absolutely pummeled. Pummeled.
And I go back to like what I said before of how in America, a lot of kids stop playing at 10, 11, 12 years old. They realize that, there's a lot more to soccer / football than I really thought there was, right? mommy and daddy told me it was kick and go, Johnny, go kick the ball and run it and kick it over there. And, kick it, right? You hear that, in first, second grade soccer, which is 7, 8 years old. But then when it gets real more technical, a lot of kids drop out in America, bro, because they're just like, I can go play basketball with my other friends,
Yeah. Well, no, it's all about popularity in the media pushing it. Like I think after the World Cup, World Cup '94, we got the MLS. I think this is a good pivot over to the MLS conversation. By the way, just one quick plug. Number 1, smash the likes. Number 2, tune in for the watch along. It's going to be me, Sunshine, Dal. You're more than welcome to be there if you want to watch an absolute slapping. We're going to have a rotating cast of people coming in and out of that. There's going to for the Brazil game. There's going to be like a Royal Rumble of guests coming on. It'll be awesome. So yeah, guys. Just keep an eye out for that. I'll post it on the Twitter and all the community tabs and stuff. You guys know we're calling it a watch along, but it's really going to be called a sigh along, a rage along, why do I bother along. So yeah, no, tune in for that. It's going to be absolutely crazy. Yeah, and Brazil, I fully expect us to get turned over and double stuffed. Pause. I completely, yeah, I'm expecting like a 5-0. Like we're probably going to get slapped, and in our own backyard too. So can't wait. And that'll set the table for the USA versus Bolivia on the 23rd of June. I will be live for that one. Panama on the 27th. I will be live for that one. And I will not be live for USA Uruguay because I'll be there watching them get slapped live by a team that has actual European heritage in it. Valverde, he only just won the Champions League. Not a big deal. So I'm not. Yeah, I'm going. I'll be there.
So for Valverde's Uruguayan? I didn't know that. I thought he was from the. Oh, okay.
No. Here, hold on. Uruguayan. Here, let me just go ahead and name off who I'm going to see get slap us real quick. Darwin Nunez, Suarez, but he won't be there. He's probably too old. Federico Valverde, Brian Rodriguez, Ronald Araujo, Palestri, Urajo, Maximilian. Let's see. Bentancur, Ugarte. Yeah, we're going to get slapped.
Oh, Jimenez. Class. Yeah. It's class. Yeah.
Yeah. They got some class.
4-0.
Yeah.
I mean, a 5-1 loss is devastating.
Herrera.
But Torreira too. But but it's not as devastating to what's happening, I think, to the MLS, like you were saying earlier.
Yeah. So Dal. So what tipped this whole show off? Like Dal was furious, and he messaged me on WhatsApp, and I'm like, yeah, we got to save it for the show. We got to talk about it on the show. So Dal, air your grievances to the people.
My grievances is this: I don't watch the MLS that much. I'm not a big fan, but I do love my Portland Timbers. I've been a Portland Timbers fan since I'm about 7 or 8 years old, when they were like the American Division III or some shit. Right? My dad used to take me to games. We used to sit up in the top, have some popcorn and a soda for a couple bucks. We'd have a great time. A player they had there was this guy named Bernie Fagan. I used to go to his soccer camps every summer when I was about middle school and high school. So school was out. I was at the Bernie Fagan Fred Meyer soccer camp for 4 weeks. Following year, out of school, Bernie Fagan soccer camp. So anyway, I grew up with a lot of Timbers. Clive Charles was a great player for them. Went on to coach University of Portland women's team, and they're absolutely dominant. I think that's where Sinclair went to college, is University of Portland.
Yeah,
I know some of the female players.
Yeah, I know. Sinclair.
University of Portland's big soccer, big football in the Northwest. So anyway, my grievance is that United prick, David Beckham, is looking at bringing Ronaldo in so Ronaldo and Messi can play together. I know this is probably a rumor. I know that it would take basically, a shooting star to fly out of my ass for this to happen. But stranger things have happened. I believe Ronaldo does have a place in Miami. I believe he spends time there and takes his family there.
100%.
I believe he would have no problem at 37 or 38 years old of playing for Inter Miami. which will in turn make the league a one-team league. We will have the same issues that Scotland have, that it looks like the Premier League has had for the last 4 years, the same problems, Portugal's gone through when they've had Porto win after win after win, or Benfica win after win. What I'm saying is I don't want American soccer to turn into a one-team league.
Yeah.
I don't think it's good. So, for those who are not familiar with Inter Miami, they have signed, you guys know this, they have Luis Suarez, Lionel Messi, Sergio Busquets, Jordi Alba. They have just signed Angel Di Maria, and they also have, who else? Am I forgetting somebody? Maybe not. And so, with
it'll expand. Keep going.
What's Barcelona be, bro? Like, what is this? So my thing is, and then they talk about bringing Ronaldo in, Messi, Ronaldo, and Angel Di Maria on the same team, along with Jordi Alba, Sergio Busquets. I mean, it's just, I just kind of wanted your opinion on it, TJ. Like, where is this heading? Where is this really heading? And to me, it's just rich owners, nothing more. Nothing more.
You got to look at it holistically. So Lionel Messi got a hell of a deal to come to Inter Miami. They basically gave him a share of the league. So they sold the TV rights to Apple TV, and part of that deal for the streaming service was contingent on Messi coming to Inter Miami, and they gave Messi a percentage of that streaming. And
wow.
if you're in the United States, you know how popular Apple TV is. Like, it is like the champagne, like next to HBO, it's like the champagne of streaming services. They have incredible shows, incredible entertainment, and they're the exclusive carrier of Major League Soccer in the United States. So it is advantageous for Lionel Messi to bring in his old Barca buddies and his old buddy Ronaldo and his old rival Ronaldo.
Bro, that's the thing.
Yeah. No, but I'm going to come around.
Right, with owners. Beckham's buddies with Ronaldo.
Exactly. I'm going to come around to that real quick.
Right,
So you bring in these marquee players to play for Inter Miami. I don't know if you guys know this over there in the UK, and if you're watching this on playback, thank you very much. Smash the like and comment. I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but wherever Inter Miami go, they have to move the game to the nearest American football stadium to fit all of the people that want to go and watch Messi play.
Wow. I didn't know
they had to go. So they recently played against Sporting at Arrowhead. They moved it from Children's Mercy to Arrowhead. They sold out Arrowhead, 70,000 plus to watch Lionel Messi play and beat the shit out of one of the worst MLS sides I've seen in a while. They are Sporting Kansas City. They're my local club. They're fucking awful.
Yeah, the Timbers aren't that good either. I mean, we've got, who our coach is, right? Is Phil Neville.
Yep. and McChronicle knows where I'm going with this.
Yeah, so, I mean, I'm sorry, but I think the allure though too is Miami. It's the weather, it's the climate, and I get that. But what happens then, TJ, to clubs like Sporting Kansas City? No one shows up until Messi comes into town. Well, what sort of fandom is that?
Exactly.
And that's where I think a lot of these extension clubs that have signed on in the last 5 or 10 years are going to be gone.
Yeah.
Because the lure of Messi will be gone. I think Timbers will be around. We were one of the first to, one of the original, well, we were one of the original Northwest Soccer League teams from the 70s. And it took us a while to get in the MLS because we didn't get in, I think, till 2000 something. But we have one of the most rabid, homegrown, grassroots.
You guys have one of the most intimidating atmospheres in the country.
For sure, absolutely. Yeah. The Timbers Army is the whole north side of the stadium. The whole north stand. Excuse me, my voice is a little. But besides the Timbers, the thing is, it pisses me off. It literally makes me angry because it doesn't give other teams a chance to compete. I was tired of seeing the Galaxy win it. I was, I just feel now with the dominance and the money that's flowing through Inter Miami, through David Beckham, almost a billionaire, pretty damn close. He's getting his buddies just to go win what? Because at the end of the day, they get really with an MLS Cup that holds no.
They get the MLS Cup, possibly the Shield, possibly the Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup.
Yeah, I mean, it's like what are they doing this for?
Money, bro, money.
No, and that's the problem I have with it. That's the problem, and I guess if that's a problem, I should watch sports in general, right? Because that's the root of it all, right? Is money and betting and gambling. I get that, but I don't want this league, which I'm not fully in love with, to turn into I gotta say it, the Scottish league, where you basically have two. Yeah, exactly. I would take Angel Di Maria right fucking now at Arsenal as a backup to side. Right now, he is a true winner. He was incredible. I think it was that row of games he got man of the match in one of those Champions League trebles.
Yeah, playing for Benfica. Yeah.
No, for Real Madrid.
Oh yeah, Real Madrid. Oh, sorry. He was recently playing for Benfica.
He got MVP in one of those games. I think Ronaldo got it twice, the other once. But anyway, no, absolute winner. Right on, Macro. I just don't like it, bro. I just don't like the idea of it.
Yeah. No, I mean, I understand.
I really, really don't.
No, I understand where you're coming from. I'm just like, I'm offering a little bit. I'm going to play the devil's advocate, and I know that's super annoying on YouTube, but I'm going to try to do this real quick. So you bring these players in, and it helps develop the league. It helps give the league exposure. What I worry about is it makes it a one-team league. I think once you start tipping into that, it gets a little ridiculous. Like, you have other teams, but you do have other teams bringing in players. So you know that Giroud is going to LAFC. Lloris, that French alcoholic, is playing goalkeeper for LAFC. Right. So they are attracting players, but they're attracting players to the big money markets, right? And then you're going to absolutely you said this earlier. You're going to absolutely crush Sporting Kansas City, San Jose Earthquakes, Austin FC, Minnesota FC, or Minnesota United. It's one of those things where you have to, if they really wanted to sell it, they should have a requirement or a limit on how many of these European players you can bring over, these marquee European players. Because if everybody is successful, if everybody is selling tickets, if everybody is rowing in the same direction and making it a competitive league, you might actually attract some players in their prime that want to play in the United States, because there is a market in the United States, believe it or not. And and if you're talking about like the teams outside of like the top 4 teams in the MLS, you're talking League One talent, like in England. You're talking it is that equivalent. It's lower championship League One type football that you're watching.
I could agree with that.
So my big thing is that you have to spread this talent around. There's enough to go around. So why are you not selling these players on other teams in the markets? Like, obviously, look, I understand Minnesota in the winter is probably fucking awful. Okay. But you got to spread it around a little bit. Otherwise you're not gonna, these teams, these markets are going to go under, and you're going to have a competition issue, and you're going to have I don't know. I don't like the lack of competitiveness. You need to have a little bit of deviancy, or what's it called? Disparity. You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely. I agree with that 100%. And Olivier Giroud to LAFC is a very good subject as well. But I think that there's, maybe 5 teams. Giroud comes available. There's 5 teams, right? His agent brings him 4 teams. So the agent brings him a list of 4 teams. So this team's interested. This team. This team. This team. And then he sees LAFC on there, and he goes, Los Angeles, California. Oh, Giroud like Los Angeles, California. Right? And I think that knowing that he'll be the top dog in one of those teams and not have the fandom around him, right? You're definitely living. If you're living in Giroud, LA, you're living a very secure lifestyle. You can go out and people aren't bugging you. You can go out and do things and have a nice, beautiful life in LA. right?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, when these players select the teams, right? Like Drew easily had a list of 4 teams that would probably want his services.
Yeah.
Right.
100%.
And let's say Minnesota's on the list, LAFC, and let's say Bologna, and then let's just say, I don't know, Olympiacos, right? Him and the wife want to get out of Europe. And so he layers it down to LAFC and Minnesota. And you're absolutely right. He's not going to Minnesota. And these players get to pick which MLS team they want to go to, bro. I seriously believe that. Yep. Steven Gerrard is not going to Kansas City. Why did he went to LA Galaxy? Olivier Giroud is not going to Toronto, or if they even have a team.
He's not coming to, as much as I wish it was true, he's not coming to Kansas City either.
Right. And he's probably not going to Austin. He's definitely not going to go to Cincinnati.
We don't have that supermodel talent out here.
What do you have? Then you have again the exactly that supermodel pole. It might be the barbecue honeys that are 250 coming out of there at 2 in the morning. But anyways, I'm not shaming. Sorry. So he's not going to Mississippi FC or some shit, right? So now if everyone goes to LAFC, they're exactly creating the problem.
Yep.
If LAFC's Rangers and Miami's Celtic, I mean, the two best, hottest, warmest climates with these guys, money goes the furthest for what they want. They want the Lamborghini in summertime. He wants to, like Giroud, he wants to drive around. Rodeo Drive in my Lamborghini. Right? He wants to do that shit. But he's never going to do that in Portland.
No, he's never going to want to do that in Portland.
No chance of even getting him, bro. And that's what I'm saying. It's becoming a 1, 2, maybe 3-team league. Maybe with Galaxy. LAFC for sure. They definitely have money just like Inter Miami. But if you're a 35-year-old European player like Giroud, which is a great example, who's won fucking everything.
Yep.
The Prem with Arsenal. It's become is going to become.
Don't worry, you took care of that. Don't worry, you took care of that at Chelsea. Go ahead.
So yeah, exactly. So I just think that it's just it's you're going to see the top older European talent go to the teams with money and the teams with the best weather.
Yeah, and here's the thing.
But that's what's going to happen.
And here's what I get scared of, and I would want to hear, guys, give us your feedback in the chat here. I want to hear what you guys think about this. It kills the talent, and it kills the other team's prospects of bringing in top young American, Mexican, Canadian talent that want to come to these clubs. Like, I can't. You're going to give me a choice of going to Inter Miami or LAFC to play with fucking Messi or to play with Olivier Giroud, serial fucking winners, or no, never mind. I really want to go to New England Revolution and get absolutely fucking slapped.
Right.
Like it kills the league's ability to develop. Does it give that? Like, does it give the league more exposure? Yes, but in the short term, the disparity is not good, and that's what we need. We need this competition to be exciting. We need this competition to be A1 football, and right now it's not. Right now it's really not, and we really need more talent spread around to make the football more exciting. Like I literally saw the most embarrassing clip on Twitter of people just kicking the ball around. I think it was like Toronto versus I don't remember who it was. It was like Toronto versus DC United or some shit. And they couldn't get the ball into the fucking net. And it was in the box. It was literally kicking it around. It was like kindergarten ball. I'm like, what am I watching? There was no clinicality whatsoever. So if you continue to send these guys to these exotic locations only, then you're fucked. The league will not grow in the way you need it to grow. And I hope that Beckham and the geniuses over at Apple TV realize that. Because while you're going to have because then you're essentially going to turn Inter Miami into the Harlem fucking Globetrotters, and they're gonna do their freaking stadium tour, and then the next week when the New York Red Bulls go and visit Montreal, they're gonna have to play in their 1,500 seater or 15,000 seater.
Yeah, and no television rights. My question was, but does the league do the teams in the league? Every team must get some streaming rights.
Yep. Okay. No, they get a percentage, but
Messi gets a large percentage.
Yeah.
yeah, I get it. So Portland gets a percentage, KC gets a little percentage. I mean, each team has to get percentage when they air the games, right?
Yeah. It's a collect. Everybody does win by it, but I worry about the talent dispersion. That's all.
I feel bad for the kids really coming out of like playing in college. Playing 4 years in college, right? And maybe they're a top player in college. They get to the MLS and then they join, like you said, they join like the New England Revolution, and you never hear of them again. That's the problem I have. Is we do have good collegiate age talent from ages 18 to 22. I believe if we took a bulk of those players, really sift through them, sent a shit ton of them to Europe to really play in the Bundesliga, the Portuguese league, the Italian league, French league, not the Prem. That's a different animal, right? Yep. I don't think any collegiate kid, unless he's very, very good, could go from a United States college to the Prem. I believe that's a very, very difficult jump, right? But going to the French league and playing for Rennes or Lens or whatever the hell they are, Azure, is not out of the realm of possibility. But it's when these kids then going to the MLS, like I was saying, the New England Revolution, they're done. They're done. They're nothing but, they don't get paid shit. Some of these players we know work full-time jobs or part-time jobs, and then their other part to make up for the salary is playing football for an MLS team. We know that to be true. We know that David Beckham, when he started, used to fly there like helicopter or limousine, while some of the players used to take the city bus. I know that for absolute sure. So what are we really talking about here? I think we're talking about nothing more than an ownership money grab over the game and a controlled Gestapo.
Damn.
Syndicate
is good. Just a little over the top. Syndicate's good.
An ownership syndicate that plays together from LA to Miami and so forth. And all the other teams, Cincinnati, KC, Portland, get fucked because we get the collegiate talent that does okay, or we get some, B-Tech, C-Tech talent from Central America or South America that, hey, these guys are world beater. They go to Europe and they're done there.
Yep.
I just think it's a retirement league, and it's being controlled again by just fucking greedy owners.
Yep, exactly. Well, let me go to some of the comments here real quick, and then I want to make another point. And then we're gonna have to end here in about 5 minutes, guys, because I gotta go hang out with my wife. I haven't seen her in like 3 days. What?
No, but we got 10 minutes for Arsenal. Your wife can wait for Arsenal.
Oh, okay. We gotta talk a little bit about Arsenal. Okay, fine. 5 more minutes on this, and then we'll go to Arsenal.
We'll do
and what said Thiago would go? Hold on 1 second. And what's sad is Thiago would go to somewhere like Bournemouth in a heartbeat, and he meant to be the best MLS young star. You guys need to do a full project youth across the league. No, here's the thing is that we have done that before, but we need big names to actually help develop it. And a lot of people, American owners want money. That's all they get into it. They're not going to do that by pulling, the best player from UConn out of the draft that is not experienced enough. Unfortunately, we don't attract that kind of talent. I think the biggest European name on Sporting Kansas City is Johnny Russell. He played for fucking Derby County. Okay, that was his big name. That was his big European club. He played for Derby County when they were in fucking League One.
Liam Ridgewell. We had Liam Ridgewell. I don't know if you guys remember him from Birmingham City. He was great at Portland. He's fantastic.
Yeah.
Had a couple of names, but so there's a kid though. I think you've heard about this name, Kevin Sullivan. I think he's a 15, 16-year-old kid. I think he played for the Columbus Crew, didn't he? Or
I don't know. It's not ringing a bell. And Juninho, he's Scottish. You should know him. He's Scottish winger.
Scottish winger. There you go. Juninho's up on the Scottish team.
Yeah, on the Scottish team.
So this kid Kevin Sullivan though just went, I believe it's Cincinnati, to Man City. I don't know if you've heard this or not.
No.
Kevin.
Oh no. This is ringing a bell. Yeah.
Kevin Sullivan, this 15-year-old kid. I think he was in the youth academy at Cincinnati, I believe, and he has now signed a contract with Man City. Yeah, Mackerel knows. Yeah, this kid's a baller. So big up to him. I mean, maybe he's the next Landon Donovan. And to be honest, Landon Donovan did okay in the Prem. I thought he was fantastic at Everton when he had that short stint there. Clyde, what's his name? Clinton Dempsey was decent at Fulham. Brian McBride was average. You know, I don't want to get the list of that, but I mean, Kevin Sullivan is sort of the outlier, right?
No, they're absolutely the outlier.
I know, and that's the thing, right? Because you got players have already established something in a dead league.
Yeah, Jordan, and you got. So what's his name? I'm gonna absolutely fuck up his last name. And guys, correct me if I'm wrong here. This is why this is called the American Idiot Show, is because I can't remember his name, so I had to look it up. But we had an American transfer to Chelsea. The next big thing, big goalkeeper, Gabriel Salina.
Is it Matt Mazinga?
Yeah. And he's currently playing in the Polish league. They loaned him out, but he's going to be the next big goaltender for Chelsea. So we can export players. It's just whether or not they can be developed. That's the big thing.
Yeah, true.
Can they be developed?
True.
And go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
I don't know. If I come out of college and let's say I've got some sort of accolades coming out of a 4-year university, MLS is the last place I'm looking. I'm looking at Bundesliga. Bundesliga B. I'm looking at Serie B.
Not Petrovic.
Maybe the Championship League One in England. I just think that if you were this young prospect like this, Kevin Sullivan may be, like I said, the Landon Donovan, but Kevin Sullivan could have just absolutely now buried his fucking career under Pep Guardiola, even though Pep's only going to be there for one more season. But. Who's to say, right? So thanks for listening to me vent for a little bit. I just think that it's just a big fucking money grab now with the Inter Miami possibly bringing Ronaldo in, Angel Di Maria. I mean, give me a break. I just don't see any other teams competing but LAFC, and that's just not fun to watch. That's not. If I go to a Portland game, I can't even watch Inter Miami because we don't even play them.
No, right? No, exactly, and
Messi will never come to Portland ever.
Yeah, and here's an interesting part, and then I want to pivot, to Arsenal for the next 10 minutes, for the last 10 minutes here. So I actually saw that Messi had to sit out a game. He was injured. He picked up a knock or something. I don't know. And they had sold out a stadium. They had to give their tickets back half price because Messi wasn't going to be there. 70,000 seater. You have to give back half that revenue because Messi isn't there. It happened. So it's a real concern, and it's something that we should continue to talk about because honestly, like if we're talking about us as Americans wanting to help build the game in the United States, help build the game in North America, these are very, very important things because if you're going to make this league, if you're going to make Inter Miami into the Harlem Globetrotters and you're going to make the rest of the league into the fucking Washington Generals, what's the point?
Right.
And that's what it's like. That's
what it's like. Go look up Harlem Globetrotters and Washington Generals.
Yeah. If you live in Europe, go and you don't know what the Harlem Globetrotters are, just look them up. It's a fucking stage show. It's a sideshow, is what it is. It's a fucking sideshow. Yeah. But anyway. All right. Let's move into Arsenal. Arsenal again, letting their youth academy go. Young talent leaving, top talent leaving for Bayern Munich. Me and Connor talked about this. Yeah, me and Connor talked about this last week during the Let's Be Real show. I wanted to get Dal's opinion on this. We've talked about this day in and day out. The fact that Mikel Arteta cannot incorporate any of these youth guys into the first team. There's no road to the first team for these players. I've already let them know what I think about this. I think how he manages this is absolutely shambolic. You're supposed to be if you're truly supposed to be developing a system that your youth academy can slot into. and you're not planning on selling these kids,
Right.
then what are you doing? Like watching these guys leave the club after being highly touted in their respective youth teams is disappointing. It's absolutely disappointing. Yeah. So what do you think, Dal? I mean, this isn't the first one. This isn't the first one.
No. I'm just thinking Amari Hutchinson.
Yep, Amari Hutchinson
after the Blues. We lost Sosa. I think he was a left back. Sosa. I think he played one game last season in maybe against a UEFA Cup team.
Yeah, Cheeto Obi is what I was talking about. Yeah, Cheeto Obi. Sorry,
but it adds up to him, right? Because they're talking about now Kosher Dewberry leaving. There's some kids that was Saka Part 2, right? And so we've heard these names off and on the last couple of years, and saying that these are kids to watch out for. This is kind of the future of Arsenal, and it looked like they were building something, and now they're gone. And now this Chuba kid, right, is gone. Who's scoring 7 goals a game, 8 goals a game, 4 or 5 a game, averages 3.5 goals a game. And then we have Eddie Nketiah. We have Eddie fucking Nketiah. Thank you, McGronial, for throwing that out there.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thanks, McChronicle. It was on the tip of my tongue. I don't remember. I shouldn't work out before I do these shows anymore. Go ahead. Sorry.
Eddie Nketiah, this Obi kid has proved that he's better. I mean, okay, the Premier League is a lot different than playing with 16, 17-year-olds. I get that. But Arteta, give the kid a chance. Why are we letting him go? Play him in the League Cups. We're starting a whole new season, TJ, in 2 months, and he's letting one of the top prospects of our academy fucking go hang out with Vincent Kompany and Harry Kane.
And Serge Gnabry. And you mean another player that we just let go. Okay, sorry.
Yeah. And Leroy Sané. So this kid is going to get some of the best coaching in international football, and we're going to get drawn to Bayern Munich in the Champions League in the next 2 years, and he's going to be their starting striker, and he's going to put 4 on us. You watch. We're going to remember this show, and we're going to go back to this kid's name in 2 or 3 years in Champions League competition when we will, of course, get drawn against Bayern Munich because it's written in the stars that we play them every single time, right? Oh, yeah, there's 2 other more. Yeah, Donnell Mullin's a baller, too. Big up, Sunshine. So
big up, Sunshine.
I'm upset with that, and I'm upset at the way that we're hanging out Emerald Smith Rowe as sort of just like some bait. Sell him. Put him together with Fabio Vieira, send him to Napoli, and bring me Osimhen for 70 mil.
So you're you're saying you're cool with Osimhen then?
If the Sesko links are dead, yeah, I've been cool with Osimhen over Tony for a while. I've kept that sort of low key because I know a lot of people don't really rate Osimhen, but the man is a fucking gazelle, bro. He can run, he can jump, he can shoot from anywhere inside the box, outside the box. He makes runs. He can hold up play pretty well, not as well as Giroud, obviously, but bro, I think we'd be really missing out on a talent if we miss out on Osimhen. I think Tony's dead food. His comeback, he scored 1-2 goals.
No, he's done. No, he's probably done. He's staying at Brentford.
Yeah, I mean they're paying him a handsome sum, so he's okay. But yeah, I just think that Osimhen's the one. If we really want to compete and go to that next level, we have to have a top striker. If you're not going to bring me Marcus Thuram from Inter, Osimhen's my second one, or even the cat from Girona, Dobrek. I'd take a punt on him as well. But the thing is that we've got to start making moves now because Arsenal always leave it late. I mean, I know the transfer window doesn't open for another couple of weeks, but we've got to start really getting commitments now. Like Bruno Guimaraes, what's up? What's up, Edu? We're talking about Bruno Guimaraes for the last 2 months. Make it happen. Announce it. I want to see announcements the first week of July. And if we don't, we know it's all bullshit. The Sesko's bullshit and so forth. If we don't start seeing players in the first week in July, we'll know this is bullshit and we're going to be in for another season of mediocrity.
Yeah, I'm not, and I've said this before and I'll say it again. I don't want Sesko. Sesko, you're taking a flyer on a kid that is from the Bundesliga. Okay. Like, look, I want a Prem proven striker or a Champions League proven striker, period, end of story.
Right.
Yes, did Osimhen not have the best season last season at Napoli? No, he didn't. But he has shown that he can put the fucking ball in the net. And that is and we need somebody that can do that in the Champions League and in league play. Because what were we missing, Dow, all season long? The guy that can make that last finishing move. If we had scored 4 or 5 goals in key situations this past season, you and I would still be drinking champagne.
Right.
But we aren't.
Hold
Yep. We aren't. We're still living in Man City's shadow. How do we get out of that? We bring in bigger players. And look, this goes back to Mikel Arteta again, because, and I don't want to start off a whole snowball that rolls down the hill here, but it goes back to ego. And I think these stars are too big. These stars like Osimhen are too big for Arteta. Yeah, I mean, I don't think Tony. I don't think Tony.
But I think you got to.
I know. I don't. Well, and here's the thing: is we were talking about bringing in Ivan Toney. He wouldn't be able to control Ivan Toney. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I know, and I've said, I think in one of our first episodes, that he was never coming to Arsenal. Ever since that All or Nothing, and he put that tweet up on the board when they beat us, I thought that was pretty much it. And Jamino's right, Sesko ain't either, but tit for tat, he's better than Eddie and Nketiah. If we bring in Sesko and Osimhen and a top midfielder and a backup center back this summer, those 4, maybe 3, I would be happy with that.
Yeah,
because I don't know if we need a left back with Timber coming back.
No, I think we need
any fullbacks, to be honest.
I would be. Yeah. Right. Well, no, I was talking about this with Flawless and Tony the other day. I wouldn't mind taking a swing at Jeremy Frimpong, 40 million release clause.
Do it.
Back up for Saka, and he can fill in for Ben White if Ben White gets injured. Like, why not? Then you have some solid coverage on the right wing, and you have somebody that can back up Saka. Like, why not? Yeah. And then you have somebody that is tailor-made to play the way Arteta plays against Man City. When you remember when we were playing against Man City away, he put Saka and Jesus out there basically as right and left wing backs, man. Like, Look, Jeremy Frimpong, I think, fits very, very well into this team, and everybody's saying, "Oh no, you don't want him. You don't. He's going to stay at Leverkusen. He wants to build with Xavi. He wants to build with Xavi Alonso. It doesn't fucking matter if he plays the fucking release clause. It doesn't matter. Pay the release clause, sell him on what you're trying to do here, and bring him to the Prem.
Yeah.
Do it now.
Yeah, and AJ, I've thought about Ian Maatsen as well. Unfortunately, Ian Maatsen is the one that played the pass into Jude Bellingham in the final. So Ian Maatsen, I don't know, he'd be good.
Yeah.
I mean, we can talk about players.
There's a lot of shiny toy syndrome about Ian Maatsen too. He had a couple of good games, and everybody thinks he's a fucking Christ come back. Like, he's not.
Right.
He still has a lot of development to do.
Right to Jude Bellingham for that second goal. He played it right to Jude Bellingham, right up there. So I mean, I'm not convinced on Ian Maatsen either, but I think he's definitely a good prospect. My focus right now has got to be a striker. It has to be a striker. Yeah. And possibly a center midfielder. I think that Zubamendi's probably going to stay at Sociedad, it's sounding like. Bring me Yosef Fofana. If he's going to stay somewhere, then go call Liverpool and make a play for Ryan Gravenberch. Make Matic. Was it Slavic? What's his name? Matic?
Nemanja Matic?
No.
Who are you talking about? I don't know who you're talking about, to be honest.
Not Matic. No. God dang it. You guys know the name. He plays for Lazio and all them. Savic. Savic or something like that.
Milinkovic Savic. Dude, that guy's collecting a check. That guy's collecting a check in fucking Saudi Arabia. He's not coming back. This guy ain't coming back, bro.
All right. The thing is that we're going to have to go up against City. They're bringing the Salvio. They're bringing their Salvio guy back. Polini is already going to Bayern Munich. It's a shit show, and I think the Sesko links have died down a bit.
Yeah. No.
Where does that leave us then? Jamino hates
I
everyone.
don't. We need to be shooting higher, and I'm going to leave you guys on this, and then we got to close out because I seriously haven't seen my wife in 3 days. If Sesko is the answer, I don't want to know what the question is.
Who is better than Eddie?
Who's better than Eddie and Kedya? There's 1,000 answers to that question.
Above. Hey, again, I would willing to sell Eddie for 30, 35, bring Sesko in for 45.
We'll be lucky if we get 20.
But then do another world and go get Osimhen. Because you've got to know that Sesko, like you said, is not going to carry us for 60-plus games. There's no fucking way Sesko is going to be on the front line. And remember, TJ, if we do
be on the bench, if we
do get Sesko, he will play Kai Havertz where?
In the 8.
That's good. Let's say hi to your wife. Thanks, everyone, for coming into the chat today. I know.
Dal, shout yourself out, bro.
Yeah. You can catch me at YouTube's at Oregon Good. I play a lot of FIFA and Call of Duty shit, so you can subscribe if you want, but you really don't have to.
No, you should because guess what I'm gonna do? Me and Dal are already talking about it. We're gonna set up us playing Call of Duty on Dal's channel, and it will be we play Warzone. You want to hear some fucking rage come from me? We'll go over to I'll announce it on the community page. I'll download it tonight. We could do some damage over there. That'd be fucking hilarious.
Oh yeah, it'll get censored for sure. I'll have a theme song. I'll figure something out. I'll do a song. So anyway, thank you for the chat. Good seeing you, TJ.
Absolutely, thank you, Dal. Absolutely, time and sorry, guys, the schedule's a little screwed up just because I've been traveling a lot. Had a wedding gig this weekend and went absolutely incredibly. Got to see some awesome parts of the country, so it was great. The schedule's going to be a little bit weird this week too. We may go live on Thursday night. Just keep an eye on the community tab. We will announce it beforehand. But shows that you can look forward to tomorrow night, American Waffle, 1 a.m. UK time. We're going to be doing a Euros draft. I'm going to be winging it. I don't give a fuck, Staffy. You can make fun of me. I don't give a shit. Go fuck yourself, Staffy. Like, honestly. And then, like, you think I have time to, like, do a deep dive into the fucking Euros? No, I don't. I don't have time.
I definitely want to deep dive in Austria and Iceland squad.
Yeah. I definitely want to do a breakdown of fucking Georgia and figure out who I want to bring in.
That Clark Klopp guy for Napoli. I'd take him.
Yeah, no. Other than that, I don't know. Other than that guy, I don't know anybody who plays for fucking Georgia. So Staffy, I'm gonna be like Mike Doss, and I'm just gonna fucking wing it. It's fine. I don't care. I'm there for the banner anyway. And also I will be doing watch-alongs for Netherlands and Portugal again. Make sure that you guys are tuned in. Keep an eye on the community page. I will announce there. Bro really said go F yourself. Yes, I will, because Staffy just assigns me homework, and I'm like, dude, I don't have time to do this.
Go research Georgia for my channel. Stabby. Big up Staffy. I know what he's trying to do, but good Lord, I don't have time.
So yeah, we're gonna be doing that on Staffy TV tomorrow on American Waffle, and then on Wednesday, it's what you guys have all been waiting for. It's gonna be a Royal Rumble of guests for the United States versus Brazil. Rage along, sigh along, stat along.
Along.
Yeah, we're gonna get absolutely killed. So we might as well just have a good time. But big up to the 78 watching. We have a lot watching on Twitter. Make sure that you guys make your way over to YouTube. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I've really, really enjoyed this show. And yeah, guys, until next time, we will see you next time. And as always, and this is going to be the theme for the summer, Berhalter out.